We'll take a deep dive into what has happened to our America and what can we do to fix it with Silk of Diamond and Silk on this episode of United Patriots Uprising with Gary Benford. I'm your host, Gary Benford. Thanks for joining us. This podcast is available at radioinfluence.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. You can get the video version at YouTube, Rumble, and Conservative Television of America. Either way, please hit the notification button, subscribe, and leave us a comment to let us know what you think of the show. Oh boy. This is a special night for me because Diamond and Silk were just so special to me. They were on the show twice previously when the show was audio, and I just love talking to them. They had something to me that was special and magical. Sisters Lynette Hardaway, who passed away, and Rochelle Richardson Silk. In my day, it was Abbott and Costello loved them, Burns and Allen, Sonny and Cher had something magical, and my favorite, Sam and Dave. There was just something magical, not only about their songs or their acting content, but just the way they related on the stage or on television or on camera as individuals. And Diamond and Silk had that when you saw them in arenas, when you saw them at Trump rallies, when you saw them on Fox News or wherever you saw them, they were just magical. And Silk has continued the tradition, strong conservative values. Nobody supports President Trump any more than she does, because I don't think that's humanly possible. And boy, does she have a lot to say. So you ready to hear it? Well, let's get into it. President Trump has a lot of big-time supporters, but there can't be anybody anywhere that could be any bigger than my guest. She was on with her sister twice when the show was audio. She is back right here again. I am elated to bring to the show the host of Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live, Silk. Silk, how are you?
Oh, I am doing great. I can't complain at all. I'm still in the land of the living, and I'm here doing what I do best, and that's talking and trying to help save America. So I'm great.
And I really appreciate that, and we really appreciate it. When Diamond died a little, I guess it was about a year ago or so, it just shook us all because it just came so unexpectedly. Why did you decide to stay on? And you just told me off the air a very interesting thing about the assassination attempt on President Trump. You can relate that too.
Yeah, certainly. Well, I decided to carry on because my sister would have wanted that. She and I created the Diamond and Silk brand. It's registered trademark. And one thing that she wanted to do was to help save America. And I felt that it was just the right thing to do. It was my duty to do it. And because of who I am, we have to continue to carry the torch in order to help save America. And so that's why I'm still here. It's been a year, we're at a year and a half now since my sister has passed. And like I said at her ceremony, that, when I went into the bedroom and I was sitting there and I was like, God, why my sister? Why? Just couldn't understand it. It was like this calm voice came to me and said, I needed her more. And that calmed me right on down. So we cannot go against the will of God. Okay. We have to go with the flow and not be afraid to walk through the fear of the unknown. Okay. And so if God needed her more, then guess what? I'm still here to be vocal. Okay. I know that people are used to me saying, all right. But now you get to hear my voice. You get to hear what I have to say and how I have to say it. And let me tell you, my sister Diamond taught me very well. Okay. I'm just a little bit more brutal. I'm just a little bit more rawer. Okay. But it is what it is. And so, we could just continue on there. If I sit back and if I get silent, that's what the enemy will want. The enemy will want me to be silent. But I'm sorry, I cannot be silent with everything that I see going on, especially with the assassination attempt against my president. And if when they tried to kill my president, as far as I'm concerned, you're trying to kill me. You're trying to kill Americans. You're trying to kill the citizens. And whenever that happened, I got so many messages just coming in and emails coming in to me where they were saying, they know that God protected President Trump. They said, but Diamond was right there. Diamond protected President Trump. Diamond protected him. And one thing that a lot of people, I think we wrote it in our book, but one thing my sister will often say is that they better not harm one hair on his head. That's how she would say it. They better not harm one hair on his head. So I started thinking about her words. I started thinking about what she was saying after everything had went down. And I said, well, she didn't say nothing about his ear. I said, why did she just put hair on his head? Well, the hair protects his head. Okay? The hair protects his head. And that's what they was going for, a headshot. All right. So I look, I get those type of messages. A lot of people may think that it's ookie or kooky, but I understand those type of messages. And that's how I'm able to move forward. That's how I'm able to go forward, because I don't fear any man. No, I only fear God. I don't fear man. Okay. Of course, after everything, my team and security has beefed up. Everybody want to beef up my security. So I told them, put as much beef around me as you want, but I'm still going to run off at my mouth. I'm still going to talk.
Amen to that. Now, speaking of what we just went through, the topic that we are going to talk about in particular is what the heck has happened to the America we knew, and can we get it back? And would you have thought, when you and your sister became Trump fans, when he came down that escalator, that we would now be hearing people actually talking about and getting votes on defunding the police, puberty blockers for children? A man can get pregnant. You don't know if you're a man or a woman. You get to choose your own sex. Open borders where everybody can come across. Trannies doing schools, and the assassination attempt on our great president. Could you have ever imagined all of this ever going on?
No, it's like surreal. Okay. This is not only sick, but it's demonic. All right. And when I look at the Democrat Party, they have gone rogue. They have fallen off the cliff. They didn't just go to the left, they fell off the cliff. Okay. And to have people to try to have us in this sense of denial, and have us in this sense of delusion, and then have us in this fake. It's like a fake thing that they got us stuck in, and there's people that believe it. Okay, they do these and use these tactics because they want to stay and remain in control. Okay, now I'm 53 years old, and I know I look good to be 53. Okay, but but being 53 years old and going to school and being sitting there in biology and science class and health class and all of this different stuff, I know what they taught me. But to wait till I get to 53 years old and tell me, no, we don't lie to you all. Men can get pregnant, men can have periods. And I'm like, wait, hold on, wait a minute, okay? What you're not going to do and what I'm not going to let you do is lie to me, okay? So I became very, very vocal against men being in women's sports, men being in the bathrooms with females, especially little girls. Okay, it is morally wrong, and it's also you're impersonating a woman. That's illegal. I can't go and impersonate a police officer or impersonate a doctor. Okay, and then to tell me that you want me to believe this. You want to push it down my throat, want me to choke on it, to believe this, that when a man says he's a woman, that I'm supposed to believe it? No, I don't do no mess like that, honey. Gary, I can't do no stuff like that. And that's another reason why I don't interview individuals like that, because I cannot go along with it. This thing about, well, respect my pronouns. Oh, heck to the no. I don't go along with none of that stuff. If you're male, then you're male. If you're female, then you're female. And that's just how I rock and roll. Period. All of this other stuff, I don't get down with that. And I constantly tell people, don't you get down with that. This is nothing but trickery. This is nothing but the trick of the enemy to take and deceive your mind so it can keep your mind confined. Okay. And if it keep your mind confined, then guess what? They can control you. And so don't be playing stupid around here. Don't play these games with these people. And that's one thing that I found, that especially the liberal Democrats, they love to play games. They love to pull a wool over your eyes to make things appear a certain way when it's not. It's called deception, perception. Okay. Delusion, illusion is what it's called. And so no, I've never thought that I would see this day. Okay. I never thought that I would see the day where you have men in wigs, okay, and flopping themselves in front of little children. That's child molestation. Okay. I never thought that I would see the day that you will have a resident there in the White House. I cannot acknowledge him as the president. I acknowledge him as the resident. Okay. Because he's an imbecile bastard as far as I am concerned. All right. He don't know if he's coming or going. But to be able to have someone that's been selected. This man he was selected, not elected by the people. And you selected him and you put him there for us to be okay with, for us to be happy about this. No, this thing that I see happening, Gary, this is a infiltration. Our systems have been infiltrated by these demonic pedophiles. Okay. I don't have a problem calling them pedophiles because it's on video with them sniffing on children. These demonic pedophiles that's destroying our country. These people want to destroy us economically, spiritually, mentally, and even physically. Okay. We can go, I don't know how much time we got, but when they talk about these clock shots, when they talk about, I'm telling you, all of this different stuff, they want to destroy America. And it's a doggone shame. Another sad thing is this. We have a Republican Congress. We have a Republican Congress. Mike Johnson is the Speaker of the House. He's a Republican and he's supposed to be a Christian. All right. That can stop funding the Biden regime. All right. But they sit on their hind parts and do absolutely nothing. So as far as I am concerned, they're one dirty bird with two corrupt wings, one and the same. That's what we got going on here. Okay. It's like nobody wants to really, truly work for the will of the people, the will of American citizens here in America, especially when you're sending billions of our dollars to oversee somewhere to so-called secure their borders. I believe it's money laundering, but to so-called secure their borders while our borders are wide open. I really, truly can't believe that I'm seeing this here with my eyes. And because I know who I am and whose I am, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. And this is demonic.
Demonic. You got it. Well, Silk, I hate to pump up the volume, but we didn't think we'd see this. But I'll tell you what's even worse. What's even worse than the fact it's happening is they're actually in the game. They're actually in this race. This should be 90-10. Is America really that gone that they can find 30 to 40% of the people that will do this? And I know people that don't even like that their agenda, but they go, what do you want me to do? Vote for Trump?
Yeah. Let me tell you my thoughts on that. I believe that all of this stuff is manufactured. It's made up. You know, I'm going to talk about this tonight on my show, but they have something called Launch Viral, okay? Launch Viral, where they pay people, all right, to get their account to promote their stuff, all right? When you look at these protesters and different people out here, a lot of those people are paid protesters, paid inciters, paid agitators is what they do. So you got people already suffering out here. So yes, they would take a payment, okay, to do whatever they need to do to push these people agenda. That's how I see it. I do not believe that the average American citizen is okay with what's going on out here. I do not believe that the average American citizen is okay with working hard every day, paying their taxes and to Social Security, only for illegal aliens to come over here and get Social Security, even though they hadn't paid one dime into the system. I do not believe that the average American citizen is okay with going to the grocery store and you cannot afford food. You go to the gas station, you can't afford to put gas into your car. The average American citizen is not okay with that. But when I look at these, I call them paid propagandist prostitutes. They're being pimped out like hookers and hoes. That's all, okay? And they're getting paid to say a lot of this stuff. They're getting paid to push a lot of this stuff. Now, just, when you think about it, just imagine somebody acting like they're rich, acting like they're a millionaire, but they're going around here stealing everything. They're stealing your house. They're stealing your cars. They're stealing your clothes. They're stealing your money. But then when everything come to a head and when that person hit a brick wall, guess what? You don't have no money to pay for none of that stuff. You was actually lying to the people. Just think of this singing group called Milli Vanilli. I don't know if you remember them from back in the day.
Very well. I used to be in the music business, so I know they're up the kazoo.
That's right, baby. So just think of the Milli Vanilli, girl, it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. All of these beautiful songs. But then when it's time for them to come out on stage and sing it live, all right, because their backup track messed up and started skipping. That's right. All right. But when it was time for their vocals to come out, they had none. All right. Why? Because they were lip singing. They lied to the public. All right. That's the same thing that's going on with Joe Biden. The same thing that's going on right now with Kamala Harris. They don't have 81 million votes, huh? When it's time to show up and show out, they can't because they don't have it. Everything is manufactured. All right. It's manufactured. President Donald J. Trump have the people. These people have the cheat. And that's why they've been cheating all this time. Thank God for shows like yours and shows like mine, the underground media, because there are so many people that's in search of the truth. And when they come across us, they're like, okay, well, what's going on? And if you're anything like me, you don't have a problem telling the truth, then you're going to have an audience there because people want the truth. So we have the actual people, but you got a lot of these liberal stations. They're just being pumped up by this dark money to make it appear like they have the audience, to make it appear like they have the people or have the power. And eventually that's going to run out, baby. It's going to run out.
Are you concerned about the polls?
Yeah.
Are you concerned that they're pumping up the polls too? Because those polls, they always make the polls look tight.
They're pumping up the polls like they've always done. And when I heard that they said Kamala was up in a poll, I said, what poll? The stripper poll? Because it ain't no, I just had to ask, what poll are you talking about, huh? Because what people got to understand is that this woman of color, because she's not black, this woman of color, okay, and this person that's still a woman, according to what they say, she's a woman, all right? This woman and this woman of color is the same woman and the same woman of color that's been in government position as vice president for the last 3.5 to 4 years. So don't come telling me you're going to do this and you're going to do that when you've already had the opportunity to do this and the opportunity to do that, and you ain't did a doggone thing but help destroy this country. When we talk about Jim Crow Joe, we talking about, I was going to say Kamala, but Kamala too, okay? We're talking about her as well because she's part of this regime. She's part of pushing this Marxist agenda on the will of the people. Okay, she's part of it too. So, I posted the other day. I wonder what would Democrats say if I told them that I'm voting for Donald Trump because he's white and because he's a man. They will probably,
Racist.
okay. So how is it okay for them to walk around talking about we voting for her because she black or we voting for her because she's a woman? What about her policies? Look at she ain't did nothing for you, but you're voting for her based on her identity, based on the color of her skin, based on what's there between her legs. We have a serious problem here in this country. But those few people that we do see, a lot of them are paid propagandists, prostitutes. They are paid to say this stuff. They are paid to post this stuff. And as we continue to dig deeper, we see the different organizations that's paying these people $150 plus a few more incentives to push Kamala. Okay, but eventually she will implode just like Jim Crow Joe. Okay, we all knew Joe was cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. We all knew that, right? We knew something was
And
wrong with him.
she had to know. She's sitting there with him. She can't be that good.
Yeah, we all know that he was cognitively declining or decline. We all know that. We all saw that. We was called conspiracy theories. But at the end of the day, we all knew that. Okay. Now, in my own heart of hearts, okay, I believe that they, of course, knew it, but they knew that he was falling so low in the polls, they had to create a coup in order to get him out. So that's why they wanted to do the debates so early. All right. They wanted to do it so early so that they can see, oh, well, is he going to be able to stand up to Trump? And he actually plummeted even worse in the polls, Joe Biden did. Okay. So now plan A, well, let's take out Trump. Let's get rid of Trump and then we can, keep our thievery moving forward. But guess what? Plan A didn't go through like they expected it to go through. It didn't work out the way that they expected it to work out. They forgot about God being in the plan, and they forgot about Trump being chosen by God for such a time as this. All right. So now they've moved to plan B. All right. Which is Kamala Harris. So they've moved on to plan B. She's a placeholder. All right, is what I look at her as, a placeholder. All right. Now, we don't know if she's going to be the actual nominee. We don't know that. So when they talk about, oh, we want Trump to debate Kamala, no, what they want is to see if Kamala can go up against Trump and if how her numbers will look, how people going to receive her, the real people, how they're going to receive her. So then they can do what? Play musical chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then put somebody else in. No, I did not know that was considered democracy. I thought that it's not. That's called scamming. That's what that's called. They're scamming the people. Okay. I thought the people that voted for Jim Crow Joe, they voted for him as the nominee. They wanted him to be the leader of their party. All right. I didn't know that you could just take him out, do a coup, take him out, an illegal coup, take his money illegally and redistribute it over to Kamala camp. All of this stuff that I'm speaking of is illegal with what they've done. Why hadn't anything been done about that?
Huh? Because Merrick Garland and Biden run the show. That's right. Why.
It's illegally done. Okay. So now they want to continue to move. So President Trump is like, no, we don't know who the nominee is. He's ready for whoever the nominee is so we can go ahead on and do what we need to do for the general election. These little scheming games that the Democrat, the DNC, and this demonic machine is playing is against the will of the people. And shame on you, Democrats, for doing this. And you, the main people that run around here talk about democracy. Our democracy, all voter suppression. You just suppress your own voters, okay, by selecting and installing the puppet you want there. Huh? That's not no election. Hey, we ain't no different than Venezuela.
Well, in Madero, they claim was down 25 points and he's got his hand up in victory. So it's your time. Here's the time. The first two times you and your sister were on, I always gave you a mic drop. I'd say a couple words, drop the mic, and just sit back and let you freestyle. Are you ready for the mic drop?
I'm ready,
Here it goes. Here's the mic drop. Secret Service.
All right. So if you want my honesty, because like I say, I don't like sugarcoat nothing. But I have to keep it real, okay? Whenever that assassination attempt happened, and I was sitting there watching it all go down, and I was like in slow motion, it was like I was in a maze like this right here, like what really happened? I looked over at my sister's picture and I'm like, oh God, we got to pray. We got to pray. In the midst of me meditating and praying, all of these different faces started coming to me on who's behind this. I knew it was an assassination attempt. I posted on social media, this is an assassination attempt. President Trump got hit. He got hit in the ear. I knew it. Now, as time, it's been about 2 weeks, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks now. As time has gone on, I look at how the left-wing media have acted. I looked at how the FBI have did their so-called investigation. I looked at everything, and that's nothing but confirmation to me. At the end of that night, about 4 hours after the assassination attempt, I posted, who ordered the hit? Huh? Because no random 20-year-old boy just came out of nowhere. Did he have a job, purchase a drone, purchase all of this different stuff? I believe that he was the decoy. He was the fall guy. All right. And I do believe that there was another shooter. I do believe that our own FBI, our own Secret Service, our own regime, the Joe Biden regime, the DNC Democrats, I do believe that they're behind this assassination attempt to murder President Donald J. Trump in front of all of us. I do believe that in my heart of hearts, that they are the ones responsible for this. That's the reason why they keep this shifting back and forth. All right. They want to keep us confused. They don't want to show no more the photo of President Trump with his fist up in there. They don't want to show that photo anymore. Google want to take and censor the words assassination attempt against President Trump. YouTube want to take down certain things if you're talking about the assassination attempt. So when I see them trying to hide their receipts, hide their hands, hide their evidence, I know who's truly behind this. And it's not no 20-year-old boy. He's just the fall guy. The FB, the Secret Service director, this cheetah later, she's just the fall gal. Okay, that's all it is. All right. In my own humble opinion, our own government is behind this assassination attempt against President Donald J. Trump, and they also murdered somebody there. Comparator, I believe that's his name. They also murdered him and injured many, many more innocent individuals. Okay. So the deal is, thank God once again for underground media. Thank God for people to be able to look at different videos, different audios, have the means to be able to understand the sound of the gunshots and different things, to know and get to what happened. They're doing more than our own FBI. And one thing that I've told my audience, and I will tell you, how do you expect the Fox to investigate the hen house when the Fox is the hen house? The Fox is the hen house, baby. They ain't going to investigate themselves. No, they're not going to do that. And guess what? They're going to try this again. They're going to try it again because they don't want Trump. They don't want Trump to come in and disturb their gravy train. Okay? Disturb what they've been trying to do to our country and to the citizens of this country. They don't want that. They're going to try. So, I advise my president to get Keith back, get his own private security team, and do not anything that this regime offers you, tell them no thank you. No, thank you. I think our tax dollars should go towards President Trump's personal, private security, people that he can trust. Because all of these other people, I cannot trust. I'm not saying that some of them, that all of them was involved, or some of them didn't do their job. I'm saying that there was a setup from the get up to murder President Trump in front of all of us, especially when you have the left wing media. They had stopped doing a live streaming of President Trump's rallies. They had stopped until this one particular day. They had stopped. President Trump's Secret Service detail, permanent detail, was all of a sudden removed, and they brought in this temporary Secret Service detail. No, something is seriously wrong with that. Listen, Diamond and Silk has been to many, many, many rallies when it comes down to President Donald J. Trump. Okay, and even me as a influencer, or what they call me, a celebrity, I had to even walk through the metal detectors. Okay, for them not to have certain things in place, certain things and measures, and then I'm gonna tell you, it was secure, like miles away. Okay, you couldn't get but so close unless you came through the metal detectors and you parked in a certain place that was reserved. Okay, I shouldn't be able to sit there, look, and then look over to the left and you see somebody on the roof with a gun. It don't work like that, baby. It don't work like that. So we understand that this was a setup from the get up, and I can go on and on about it. But you said it, and I just took and disclosed the information as to how I feel. They want to kill President Donald J. Trump. That was their plan A. Now Kamala is their plan B. We have to sit back for the next 99 days to see what their plan C gonna be. Okay, but they're not gonna win. They're not going to be able to win. I saw where somebody said, "Oh, Kamala just registered 40,000 people today." No, baby, those are illegal aliens. People need to tell the truth. Those are illegal aliens, not American citizens. So they are going to try to cheat, but it's going to be really, really hard, because not only do you have Trump supporters and patriots for President Donald J. Trump, you also got people running off that Democrat plantation that's like, "Oh, we tired of this right here. We for Trump." Okay. So you got a whole nother set of people coming over here that ain't going to stand for all of this cheating.
I hear you. I have two more questions for you. And by the way, I agree with your answer. I think they were very complicit. If they didn't set it up, once they saw it was in the process, they made no attempt to stop it. And the worst, the tip off, the thing that should let us know that they were complicit in some way is when it leaked that they've known for a couple of weeks that there was an Iranian threat against him. Once they knew there was an Iranian threat against President Trump's life, that is class A heightened security every step of the way. There should have been no laxness of anything, because there could have been. And why? And the other thing I'm looking, and I know he loves the security detail, but that picture of him with the iconic picture should have never been taken, because he's supposed to be covered. Somebody could have blown his head off.
Come on. That's right. That's right. Now, the Iranian thing that's come out, and the FBI want to say that they know, I really truly feel in my heart of heart that is a scapegoat. Okay, because I believe that president over there came out and said that they're not behind that. They believe that, some things for President Trump, but they're not behind what the FBI.
Oh, no. I wasn't saying they're behind this. I'm just saying there is the FBI and the Secret Service knew that the Iranians are trying to get him, which they've been trying to do for years. So the point is, if they knew, it should have been top security all along the way. There should have been no way anybody could get up on the roof.
I agree, but I think that that's the lie that they're telling us. That's what I'm saying. I think that's the lie that they're trying to tell us, to have us looking at Iran over there
instead of them,
instead of the FBI. That's right, baby. And here's another thing.
Let me get you your last two questions.
Wait. I can give you.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold up. Let me just make this clear. I found out that they had eyes on this fella. They said this suspicious fella for about 45 minutes or so, over 45 minutes.
Right.
I heard that they had eyes on him, right? Let me tell you something. If there is a potential threat, a possibility of a threat, they should have never allowed President Trump to come out on that stage. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If President Trump is on the stage and they see that there's a threat, immediately you're supposed to take and get President Trump off of that stage. They did not do that. Why didn't they do that? If my executive protection company and security and my personal security team can take Diamond and Silk and remove us from the stage when there was a possibility of a threat, then why couldn't Secret Service and all those police officers do the same for President Trump? They supposed to be higher than my little EP protection. My EP protection knew what to do. Secret Service should have known what to do. But the reason why they was told, a lot of them was told to stand down. Why would you tell somebody that is suspicious and a potential threat against killing somebody? Why would you tell the Secret Service and the police officers to stand down if you was not involved in it? That's more evidence to me and confirmation to me that our own government was totally behind this assassination attempt.
I hear you. And I, as this onion peels, it's going to get really, really stinky. Silk, please tell people about Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live, what you talk about, and when you're on and how they can get it.
Certainly. Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live is still Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live. Like I tell people, if Colonel Sanders, his photo can stay there with Kentucky Fried Chicken, and nobody say nothing. Every time I get a box of Kentucky Fried Chicken, I see his face right there. And he been there for a lot of years. Then I can continue on with the Diamond and Silk brand, okay? Because it's a registered trademark brand, all right? So I still continue on with the Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live show. It's Mondays through Fridays at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. What do we talk about? Exactly what we're talking about right here. Right here. I like to bring the receipts. I like to spill the truth with the proof is what I like. And I don't like sugarcoating. So I continue on. I allow, people to call in to voice their opinion about a lot of different things. We do a segment called Silk Settles It. I settles whatever's going on and whatever question they have. And if they want my opinion about it. So the show is just straight up real and it's straight up raw. We just tell the truth about what's happening in our country. The other day, we talked about this deep fake, the deception perception, what's going on, how Biden all of a sudden grew about 2 or 3 feet taller than what he really truly is. We have fun on the show. So the show is at frankspeech.com, Lindell TV, okay? Or you can just go to diamondandsilkmedia.com to see the past shows.
Oh, that's great. And I'll tell you, she brings it. What you see here is tame. She's being kind for my audience because she brings the heat, and she no prisoners. Evil will be called exactly what it is. My final question.
Wait. I was just say that my sister did not die in vain, baby. She didn't die in vain. She was giving it to you. Now you got Silk. I'm going to give it right on to you too. Go ahead, darling.
I hear you. My final question is, okay, America, we never thought we'd see it like this. You have some solutions to get us out of this problem?
It's going to take the hand of God to get us out of all of this that we see is what it's going to take, the hand of God. We have to continue to stand for what's right, what we know to be right. All right. Don't fall for the okie doke. Get out and vote. Vote right so you won't get left again. Vote red, RED. Remove every Democrat by voting them out. And to my Black sisters and brothers, remember the last time when you voted Black, what happened? Everything went dark. And it's been dark. Ever since. It's worse. It's gotten worse. Okay. So don't vote based on color or gender. Vote based on policy. Okay. Vote for the person based on their policies, not based on their skin color or their gender. All right. So all I can do is continue to educate people. And I tell everybody, educate yourself. Don't just listen to my big mouth. Go and educate yourself as to what's going on. Because I know some things are not feeling right. Some things just don't feel right. This is not America. Okay. We're being crushed here. The middle class is being crushed here. The things that people are used to doing, they cannot do it. No, I said even the drug dealer is teed off. They pissed off because the people can't afford to buy no weed no more because of inflation. So listen, we got people from every part, every walk of life that's feeling this pinch that's going on in our country. And people are waking up. I'm glad to see that people are waking up. Once again, don't be hoodwinked and don't accept the 52 fake out. Don't fall for the okie doke. Make sure you get out and vote for the person who is best for the job. Okay? It is not about ovaries and the Oval Office. It's about who has the balls to build a wall.
I hear you. So thanks for coming on. Please tell people how they can reach you in social media and anything else you'd like to promote.
Everything is Diamond and Silk. You can go to diamondandsilkstore.com if you like to. And you can also purchase the Trump pins right there. diamondandsilkstore.com. All right?
Before I let you go, I just want to say one other thing to you. I've said this to you before. I said this to you and your sister twice, the first 2 times you're on the show. You're so special to me. I just love talking to you two. It was so, you two was just so electric, and I was just so drawn in. I didn't even want to do the show. I just wanted to ask the question and get me some pretzels and sit back and watch you two do your things. And I actually had to keep myself alert, to keep myself involved, to remember it's my show, because I just wanted to sit back and watch you two. And I was afraid that one of you would stop talking, and I'm just listening and enjoying myself. I forget I'm supposed to ask another question. Thank you very much for coming on, and continue the good fight, the great fight. God bless you and your family, and please don't let them grind you down.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on, and God bless you.
Same. And we'll win this battle, because God is not done with America.
Amen.
Amen. There you have it, everybody. Silk of Diamond and Silk. I want to thank Silk for coming back and doing what she only can do, and that is politics Silk style. She has learned her craft, studied, understands the system, has been around President Trump and enough conservatives that she knows what's going on the inside and the outside. And what's beautiful about her, unfiltered, she lets it hang out, keeps it real. So Silk, continue to keep doing what you're doing, because we need more like you that are willing to tell it like it is, even if it hurts. This podcast is available at radioinfluence.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Hope you subscribe to it, leave a rating and a review. You can find the video version at YouTube, Rumble, and Conservative Television of America. Same thing. Give us a notification. Click on that notification. Give us a like. Click. Give us a comment. Let us know what you think about the show. This is my 4th year, or at least getting close to my 4th year. And the first few years were on audio. So there are audio archives you can find at radioinfluence.com. More than 175 high-profile guests. Many have been on the show several times. The likes of Monica Crowley, Christina Bobb, Ben Carson, Judge Jeanine Pirro, Pastor Jack Hibbs, Mike Lindell, Carol Swain, Brandon Tatum, Kevin Sorbo, Carrie Lake. I could go on and on and on. Claire Lopez, Trevor Loudon. There's just so many people there that what they said then is just as valid today. So I would encourage you to go and check out the audio versions at radioinfluence.com. Well, that's it for now, everyone. So until the next time, this is your host, Gary Benford, saying, God bless you, God bless your families, and God bless America.